What does it take to surpass 99% of people? Today, the majority of Americans believe that young people will be worse off than their parents. Income is the single biggest variable in this equation. It's not the only variable. There's also saving and investing, but income is like the front wheel on a big wheel tricycle. If you lose one of the back wheels, you can kind of lean one way or the other and keep things together. But if you lose your front wheel, you're not getting anywhere. There are millions of jobs that we could pursue to make an income, but there are only two factors that have the biggest impact that are totally in our control. The first factor we all understand implicitly, but we just fail to utilize it when picking a profession. To give an extreme example, let's look at an NFL football player. The average NFL salary, or the median salary, is $2 million. That's great, but for that to even apply to me, I have to make it to the NFL. There are over 1 million high school athletes. To make it to the next level, I have to be in the top 10% of that group. 81,000 become college athletes. And then from that 81,000, only about 2,000 make it to the NFL. In total, there's only about 800 new athletes every year. So you have to be in the top 1% of the top 10%. So you're gonna be 1 out of 1,000 just to have a chance to get that average salary. This is perfectly applicable to every other profession. Let's use another more common example, real estate agent. So we understand the concept of supply and demand implicitly with the NFL, but then we look the other way when it comes to other professions like real estate agent. There are over 2 million registered real estate agents, but there are only about 540 active real estate agents. That means that 75% of them found something else that was a better option. So you're already in the top 25% if you're just active. And then if you want to make over 100,000 a year, you need to be in the top 10%. That means if you're doing the math behind real estate agents, you need to be in the top 3% to make a 6-figure income. If there was another profession where you just needed to be above average and you could make 6 figures, wouldn't that be a better option if you're reliably looking for a higher income? Let's look at one. If you're willing to get a bachelor's degree, you could become an information security analyst. This field is growing like crazy and boasts a 100% employment rate. So unlike with real estate agent, where you have to be in the top 25% just to have a salary, a measurable salary, anybody who gets the information security analyst career path is gonna get hired. And then you just have to be average. You have to be the median income to get $120,000 per year. So we are comparing a average guy, 50% median, to a top 3% real estate agent, and they're making the same exact salary. What do you think a top 3% information security analyst makes? The top 10% of information security analysts make $182,000 per year. Alternatively, if you do not want to get a bachelor's degree and you're more interested in pursuing an apprenticeship, you could become an elevator technician. Just the median elevator technician makes $102,000 per year. And this field also boasts nearly a 100% employment rate. If you're hell-bent on getting to 120K and comparing that to the real estate agent in the top 3%, then you need to be in the top 25% of elevator technicians. It's just way more reliable to have a huge income if you look at the distribution of jobs and how much demand there is for a job. If you're interested in performing this search yourself, you do not have to manually check each and every profession. You can use this search tool on bls.gov. This is the occupation finder. You can filter for different categories of jobs that you might be interested in. For instance, if I want to search for jobs that only require an associate's degree, I can do that drop down. I don't want to deal with any on-the-job training, so I'll put none. I want the projected growth rate of the industry to be much faster than average. This is one of the most important features on this search because it helps you to make sure that you're only looking at professions that are not only going to be around for a long time, but they're also in high demand. And so it'll be much easier for you to get a job in that profession. And then finally, I want to make between $75,000 and $100,000 per year. And boom, here's 3 really great professions that don't require a bachelor's degree. If I wanted to do dental hygienist, the average salary is $87,500. And if I'm in the top 10%, then I'm making about $120,000. What about the people who are already locked into a profession and they don't necessarily have the flexibility or the freedom to get a new bachelor's degree and completely change the course of their life? Well, the second factor still completely within your control and has a massive influence on your salary range. The United States economy gross domestic product is $25 trillion. This is the sum of all of the goods and services produced within the United States in a single year, but this is not evenly distributed throughout the United States, and it's not even evenly distributed within each state. The same is true for different professions. The average programmer in Wyoming is not making near as much as the average programmer in Silicon Valley. For instance, if you are an information security analyst and you're living in West Virginia and you're willing to make the move to Virginia, in West Virginia, your median income is $87,420. If you move to Virginia, your median is now $133,000. But BLS.gov will also allow you to get even more granular and look at the metropolitan versus non-metropolitan areas. If I scroll down a little bit further, if I'm an information security analyst, I'm living in Oklahoma, Southeast Oklahoma, non-metropolitan area, then my median income is about $75,000. If I'm willing to move just a little bit south to Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, then my median income jumps up to $127,000. All of this information is readily available on BLS.gov, and it's a powerful tool to make sure that you are getting the most out of your profession. Now that we know how to grow the big wheel of our tricycle, it is crucial to understand how to develop the back wheels, maximizing our savings and our investments. And if you think investing is too scary, check out this video right here, where I explain how even a monkey can be a successful investor. Catch you on the flip side.